I want to warn you that we will be recording video, and this video will be sent to all session participants. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, we will talk about alerts and how to set up these alerts for your website. And I have some resources I would like to share with you. These resources can help you set alerts for your projects. The first resource is a webinar about alerts on YouTube. There are information about how to set up different type of alerts. It was quite an interesting webinar, and there are video descriptions, so you can go to the section you need, log alerts, core web vitals, and so on. And this is a link to an how-to article on JetOctopus blog. It is about step-by-step guide how to configure alerts. And of course, if you will have any questions during the setting up alerts, you can contact the support team, or you can ask your managers about additional information you need to set up alerts, because I know that the JetOctopus team is very friendly and always ready to help. Now, let's go to the main part. I'll explain what alerts are, how to set them up, and I'll show some examples from each section, because we have 5 sections in alerts tool. And before we will go to the main part of our webinar, I want to share my experience with alerts. Actually, I work with large websites, and every drop in traffic or every technical issue costs a lot of money for us. That's why we have set up a lot of different alerts in JetOctopus, and of course, we have users alerts in special tools. This is really cool because we can set up as many alerts as we need. For example, this is a very convenient way to speed up communication with developers. What do I mean? If we have a technical issue, the product owner of the development team is notified at the same time as SEO team. So if there are problems with crawling, indexing rules, JavaScript, server-side rendering, or something was broken, then this notification is sent to the chat with our developers team. And in this way, developers are always in the context of the situation on the website, and in some cases, they can understand the reason of this issue very quickly. And as a result, developers can quickly roll back the release or fix bugs. A few weeks ago, we had a very large product release, and as a result, the load time was very slow. And some core web vitals, such as LCP, have moved into this red zone. And our developers received an alert from JetOctopus and started to deal with this issue. Even before our SEO team created a task to fix this very slow load time. That's why I highly recommend getting developers involved in SEO, and of course it is a very good idea to explain them information about alerts and why you add developers to this Slack channel to receive alerts. And also, it is very important for developers to know about the results of their work. And they are very, very happy when an alert comes after release. And this alert says that the number of pages in the Google index has increased. They are really happy. And I want to share with you another interesting observation. From my point of view, we can distribute responsibilities in our team using alerts. We have a separate channel in Slack for SEO team, where alerts about logs, Google Search Console, Core Web Vitals, and so on come. And each teammate is responsible for alerts during the week. Then the next team member monitors the alerts during the next week and so on. And if there is an alert, the responsible SEOs observes this problem and determines their priorities. And then we decide how quickly we need to react. As a team lead, I noticed that my teammates like this process because they are always in the context of what is happening on the whole website. Okay, let's move on to the alert settings. This is really necessary to set up alerts for your website monitoring. Just a minute, I'll show you JetOctopus interface. Just a second. Oh, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. I want to show you the Google Sheet. Just a second. We set up alerts based on this Google Sheet. Here you can see a list of important for SEO elements. Canonical, hreflang, indexation rule, title templates. I'll zoom it, just a second. And so on. And here is page type, homepage, category, offer, and so on. Example link, explanation, and expected results. For example, homepage should contain full canonical with HTTPS protocol and domain. I made such a list, and with this list, it is clear what should be canonicals on the homepage, or what should be hreflang on homepage, and so on. So for each type of the page on the website, I described the rules for each SEO element. This, in my opinion, all these issues should be checked after each release. But unfortunately, we don't have so much resources to check all these points after every update on the website. So I covered most of these cases, most of these rules with JetOctopus alerts. I analyzed each rule and set up alert. It took a long time, but it works. I think I'll share this data table with you, and you can observe all these SEO elements. Okay, sorry for such long introduction. Let's move to our alerts. I should log out to JetOctopus. We use some special settings for our webinar, so it takes 1 or 2 minutes to log in with these special settings. Here we are. Okay. Let's go to our crawl. And let's go to our alert section, overview tab. On this overview tab, you can find general information about all these alerts. You can see the list of issues. We have no alerts. It is great for us. And here you can choose a period, for example, alerts for last month. Of course, okay, we haven't any alerts. Nice. Let's move on to the logs alerts. Here you can see that we have some built-in alerts. You can activate them clicking on this button. And of course, you can set up special conditions for built-in alerts. Let's try. Clicking on this element, edit. And for example, we can change conditions and check the robots.txt file for Bing. And save. All these built-in alerts are really good way to get started with your alerts, because here you can find the most important notifications that can impact on your website. Of course, you can mute or delete this alert. And if you click on this view button, you can find the historical data and fired or fixed alert for this issue. This is really convenient if you want to find the reason why this alert was fired. For example, if you want to monitor how our website updates affect on the health, for example, on Google bot scrolling, you can check how crawling budget was changed after your developer's team released internal linking structure. And let's create a few alerts. I recommend checking the problem in logs and setting up alerts based on your problems, because each website is unique and it has unique key points that must be followed. Okay, our website has a problem with load time for users and bot, and I want to receive alerts when most of the pages on our website have a critical load time. Let's go to Roblox, and very important thing. When you configure an alert, you can select a data table, because Roblox, it is data table, and observe the opportunities of alerts. For example, to better understand how alerts work for Roblox and which alerts you can configure, you can go to the corresponding data table and find out what data may be interesting for you. For example, Roblox, let's go to our logs section, and you can see Roblox data table. Here is a list of some issues. You can click on it and you can remember this condition, because this condition can be used in your alert. For example, I would like to receive alert for slow pages. I will go to raw logs data table, slow requests data table, and I'll check this filter load time greater than 1. And then let's return to our alerts. Create raw logs. Select bot, Google search, and for example, Google image bot. Google search bot include both Google smartphone and Google desktop user agents. So you can specify only desktop or only Google bot smartphone, or you can select Google bot search, including these user agents. Maybe AdWords, and that's all. Okay, domains, all domains. You can set up the domain you want to analyze, because, for example, if you select Google bot image, it seems that your images are located on the different domain that main one, so it will be better to analyze only this special domain for images. And let's find our load time greater than 1. And let's move on to the step 2. Step 2 is under what conditions the alerts will be sent. That is, if the bot we selected here scans the scans the URL on your website, and the load time is more than 1 second, and JetOctopus will send you notification if this part will be true. So let's check our configuration. For example, I want to check load time for Google bots and other bots every day, 1 day, and let's select conditions, rows count, because I want to analyze each visit of our bots, current count, and increased more than 10%. Current count, missed pages count, new pages count. These metrics are all about comparison with the previous period. So if the alert is sent every day, then the data will be compared relative to the previous day. And if you select, for example, new pages count, an alert will be sent for pages that Google bot didn't visit yesterday, but visit today. And here we can set up our mail, phone, or add Slack notification in special channel. Let's click Save logs. Load time. And we create our first logs alert. Here we can find our alert, and of course we can edit or delete this alert. What other alerts can be configured in logs? Take a look at the data table of SEO problems and see what are the logs issues here. Okay. we have no logs issues here. Nice. But you can check this section and configure alerts for issues that were found on your website. Of course, there are basic alerts such as reduced budget, in-crawl budget, spikes in visit, etc. But it's always worth paying attention to your website problems. You can even set up an alert, for example, if fake bots can increase. Let me show you. Let's move on to the logs alert again, create alert of a data table row of logs, and select bot. all fake bots are unknown bots because they use a different user agent string. Here we are. Unknown bot for all domains, and let's check bot validation status equal fake bot. I want to check, for example, this fake bots activity every week, and rows count, current count increased more than 50% because it is okay if there are some fake bots that crawling your website, but if the number of fake bots visits are critical, your website may be overloaded by this bot. So it is necessary to check the fake bot activities and block them in time. Okay. You can text me a question about the logs alert in the chat. And of course, at the end of the meeting, you can ask them. Just a second, I'll check our chat. It seems that there are no questions about log alerts. Okay, let's move on to our Google Search Console alerts.
Hey, sorry, I haven't typed in the question because I'm having some issues. So can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, can you go back to any alert and edit it?
Just a second.
Sure.
Yeah, here we are. What type of?
Yeah, any alert you can edit, especially the load time thing which you created just now, percentage based.
Okay, logs load time.
So we said percentage, right?
10%.
Yeah, this is the conditions. I'm talking about the conditions.
Okay.
You are highlighting the 10. That is the right place. Down. The 10, whichever you mark.
Okay.
Am I not audible?
I need a second to find the answer for your question.
No, I haven't asked my question yet.
Okay.
My question is, how is that percentage calculated? Because let me say if my evaluation period is 15 minutes. For example, check interval is 15 minutes.
15 minutes. It means, yes. Okay. If you select check interval 15 minutes, it means that JetOctopus will check all bots visits during every 15 minutes. For example,
That's
Yeah.
fine. I understand that part. My question is, if you select the check interval as 15 minutes and come down to increased more than percentage, right? So let me say in 15 minutes, first 15 minutes, I have 2 pages that are more than 1 second. Okay. In the next 15 minutes, I have 2 more pages greater than the same 1 second. So now
Yeah.
it is obviously greater, right? Because last 2 minutes I have
Yeah, because last 2 minutes you have any
it will,
slow load pages.
but it is not actually 10 percentage or 100 percentage raise in total number of your website requests. It is just in the 2 URLs.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes,
How do
you are
we, is there any other value which I can play with, like increase more than percentage, where I want actually the only in that increased more than percentage? Can you take the drop down?
increased more than you
Yeah.
mean that you want to compare
Sofiia,
data?
maybe you can show the number in absolute value, increase not in percentage, but in absolute
Sure.
value.
Of course, you can use this absolute value. For example, 10,000 of pages, but pay attention to the information about your website, because for one website, it will be critical if the 10 pages this homepage will have load time more than 2 seconds. And for other website, this number is very low. So you need to check your website metrics and your website problems to understand this value you need to set, and then set this condition.
Okay. Absolute value is like, it's a hard-coded strong value saying that you need at least 100 URLs to be greater than some value, right? Instead of
Right.
this hard-coded thing, or the percentage thing is little tricky. Okay. The problem I am facing today is when I set up 100%, if in the 15 minutes, the current 15 minutes, even if 2 URLs in the last 15 minutes, there were no URLs that crossed greater than 1 second. But in this current interval, if even there is one URL that crossed, just one URL that crossed 1 second, it will trigger this alert. So is there a way where, like percentile, 90th percentile of my requests are below 1 second? Is there some way we can do that here, or is it not possible? Because percentile is giving lot of false alarms.
Yes, you can set up percentiles just using this decreased more than or decreased more than this percentile structure. Just a second. 90 okay, 10% of visited URLs. Okay. For example, we want to set up alert if 10% of visited URLs during last 15 minutes has load time more than 1 second. Yeah.
No, this is more percentage, right? It is like, again, a standard value. But if you go with something like percentile, am I clear? Not clear with my question? See, the problem with this is
it seems that we are talking about the same thing, but I should share the example. Percentile. Let's find this alert with percentile, and I'll share with you this example. because I remember that there were some URLs with settings you talked about in our built-in alerts. And I would like to share this alert with you. It is very nice question. Let's check. Let's check. Okay, at the end of the meeting, I'll find this example, and we will set this alert for your website. Okay?
Sure. And you'll send us an email on this. What kind of settings are done?
We can stay after the meeting and discuss this question. Okay?
Okay, sure. Please go on.
Thank you for your question. Because of course you can set up not only the percent, because this percent are compared to the previous period, but absolute value, the number of pages you want to check, and of course you can set up the percentiles for each section if you want. Okay, let's move on to the Google Search Console alerts. These alerts are also very good indicator of issues and problems in our technical SEO. So it is also worth dealing with problems of your website that you faced before, because there are many opportunities to set up alerts, but you need to make these alerts useful for you. Let's see what data sets are available. Keywords and pages. Let's go to the Google Search Console section and check these data tables. Keywords, new, lost, winners, losers. And let's check our pages. For example, we can set up alerts for some losers in losers pages in SERP, or for example, if the zero-click pages are increased. So these data tables are the source of ideas for your alerts. Okay, let's go back to our alerts, Google Search Console alerts. Let's set up alerts that will notify us when pages drop from the third position. So we need to use pages, data table, device, it doesn't matter for us. Next, let's configure the country. For example, you can set up for regions, and let's set up United States, because the competition for organic traffic from the United States is very high, but we get the most conversions from the United States. So I want to be informed as soon as possible if something goes wrong with our traffic in United States. Otherwise, we will lose a lot of money. Country, and select all devices, position, less than 4, because we want to receive notification about the top 3 pages. And let's go to step 2, alert configuration. Let's check interval 3 days. But please note that the Google Search Console needs several days to update the data. That is, if you want to see clicks and impressions and positions in Google Search Console for today, you will not be able to find this data. Accordingly, JetOctopus will send you alerts for the last day for which there is data in Google Search Console. Okay, and let's move on. Rows count, the current count decreased more than 25, because I analyzed before that we have 126 pages in top 3 in United States SERP. So if more than 25 pages will drop in position, this will be critical for us. Okay, and let's save this alert. I forgot about the title. And save. But you can check your website and your website traffic, clicks, positions, and so on, and determine what percentage or what absolute value will be noticeable for you. Because there are a lot of seasonal cases, and traffic correlates depending on the day of the week, holidays, and so on. But it's more about impressions, not positions. Okay, I saw that we have a little time, but I really want to show you more alerts. Okay, let's move on to the crawl alerts. I would like to show you very interesting alert for JavaScript alert. To set up these crawl alerts, you must set up regular crawl. We have schedule crawl here. Let's delete it. And let's create this crawl again. When you will start working with crawl alerts, you will find this page. Then you need to create a scheduled crawl. This crawl is will be also included in your limits, so pay attention to your account and your subscription. Let's set up crawl for JavaScript website. So I activate this checkbox. I don't want to process sitemaps, page limits, desktop, mobile browsers. Next. Run at Mondays at 7 o'clock because I want to start my week with good news. And let's select the time zone. Title, crawl, schedule, finish. And after you set up the first schedule crawl, you can configure any alerts you want. Here you can see built-in alerts. But let's set up special alerts for JavaScript websites. Create an alert. Let's select pages, data table. And let's add some filters. We are looking for meta robots has changed. Okay. Let's use meta indexation changed. Pay attention that this filter is inside JavaScript content section. Yes. And for example, I want to set the validation only for category pages. I know that my category pages have the specific URL structure, so I can use regex. Contained by regex. Let's use, for example, this URL, because my categories have this parse category. Then my categories contain these characters and these. And then my category contain 3 numbers. So, sorry. This regex means that all URLs that JetOctopus will check, these URLs will contain category, then any number of letters and this character, any number of them, and then slash, and then 3 numbers. Okay. Now let's move on to the step alert configuration. I would like to be notified if at least one page change the indexing rules after the JavaScript is executed. Therefore, we choose rows count, current count greater than 0. It is very important alert because if indexing rules in static code differ from the indexing rules after JavaScript execution, Google will choose more restrictive rule, and your site will be the index. If the raw HTML code contains, for example, no index and only JavaScript adds the index follow, Google will perceive this page as non-indexable and vice versa. So it is really important to have alerts for JavaScript websites. Let's title, let's and save. You can set many alerts for JavaScript websites. I love it a lot, and JavaScript alerts are very useful, and it helps a lot to monitor the health of the server-side rendering and the JavaScript version. Okay, let's move on to our Core Web Vitals alerts. Before you start to set up these alerts, you also should create a Core Web Vitals schedule. I highly recommend setting up these built-in alerts and create your one specified for your website. Because in my experience, there have been many cases when decreasing LCP or CLS very quickly led to the decrease in organic traffic. So it is really important to set up as many alerts as you can. Core Web Vitals alerts section take the data from the page speed insights API. So you need to use your page speed API key, but it is very easy to receive this key. And of course, it is log data, not crux. Pay attention to this fact. Okay, let's set some alert. Let's, for example, as you can see, you can set up alerts for each metric important for Core Web Vitals. Okay, let's set up an alert for time to first byte, because before we configured the load time alert, and time to first byte can get worse if your web server is slow and your web server respond very slowly to the client's requests. So let's create alert for time to first byte, because these metrics are related, and you will be able to compare the data from the logs and from the Core Web Vitals section. Everything is very easy here. If you haven't worked with Core Web Vitals metrics before, use the page speed insight tool to manually test a few pages of your website, and all the metrics are very clearly described in this tool, and they are very accurate, so you can customize your alert for each metrics. You can see that fail, it is red zone, and you can set up average and pass green zone. And of course, you can set up your personal scores if you are running some test, or if you are make some releases related to Core Web Vitals metrics improving. Okay, fail, rows count, decreased, increased modem. Okay. And to first byte, save. Okay. We set it our first alert for Core Web Vitals. And here we can find our new alert section, Google Inspection Alerts. And of course, you should create a Google Search Console inspection schedule check. You can see this Google Search Console inspection tool in different data tables. For example, you can set up guest car inspection in any data table in the Chrome results. Let's create alert. For example, let's create alert for structured data. Which results equal error. This alert will notify you if some pages on your website will have errors in schema markup. As for me, it is very important for e-com websites, for real estate websites, news, and so on. Let's select configuration, rows count, current count greater than 1000, because I know that we have a lot of pages with this structured data, and 1000 of URLs is not very noticeable for us. Structured data. And here we are. You can create as many alerts as you need and as you want, because in Google Search Console, the section, there are a lot of metrics from Google Search Console. For example, you can check structured data, some errors with logo or organization schema markup, or maybe some differences in coverage status and so on. It is very easy to set up this alert, and it helps to divide some pages into the most important pages that you need to check every day, because these pages bring you the most of traffic. Okay. I am done. Let's move to your questions. Maybe you have some specific alert you want to set up. We can try set up this alert now.
Maybe I have a question.
If the Roxanne,
I'll be talking.
You are muted.
Do you hear me?
Yep, we can.
Okay. So in the Google Search Console inspection alerts do flag alerts for pages that has a change status, but it does not flag the pages that are already indexed, that are already de-indexed, right?
Unfortunately, I had some problems with my headphones, so
Okay. The Google Search Console inspection alert flag alerts on pages that experienced a change in indexation, but it is not flagging any current indexation problem, right? So it's only like the alert is triggered when there's something changing in the status, but it's not like it doesn't show what are my already disindexed page, right? So if I want to get maybe an alert for all the pages that are already not indexed, or where I have an indexation problem, but maybe not a new problem, then I would have to use another type of alert, right?
You can set up alerts for direct URLs. I'll show the screen again. To start using this section, we need to create a Google Search Console inspection schedule. And for start this inspection, you should enter the list of URLs. So you can go to your, Google Search Console and export URLs you want to check on a constant basis. And of course, that's why, and if these URLs will have the problem, you will receive alert.
But what I noticed is that I don't receive alert for pages that were already not indexed. I only receive alerts for status that change, like that are changing in my in my intervals.
It seems that you should change some settings in your alert because it seems that it is that you use just a moment compared data or current row, but you should maybe use missed pages to check the previous one.
Okay, let me check my configuration. I don't see the same configuration.
Okay, let's configure an alert. Okay, what data table have you selected?
What should I? What should I?
I want to set up the same alert as you are talking about and show you some special configuration to receive data from not indexed pages. And they need data about your configuration, about your current configuration.
Oh, okay. Do you need maybe to share my screen?
I'm not sure because that it is a good idea because we will record this video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Roxanne, maybe you will send a screenshot and then I will answer you by mail about your issue.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ram?
No, I said thank you.
Okay, if there are any questions, I would like to ask you, send me your questions, and if you have some issues with your alerts, and if you have some ideas about setting alerts for your websites, I will be very happy to help you. You can contact with Yulia, and Yulia will send me mail and I'll answer all your questions, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting our Q&A session. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.